Luke chapter 11, 1 to 4. Luke 11, 1 to 4. Now, it came to pass as he was praying, as Jesus was praying in a certain place, when he ceased, that one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John also taught his disciples. So he said to them, when you pray, say. When you pray, say. The way to learn how to pray is to pray. Anybody can pray. You don't need a special school for prayers. The way to learn to pray is to pray. When you pray, he didn't say if you pray. When you pray, say, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us day by day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, for we also forgive everyone who is indebted to us. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. You will see the same prayer in Matthew 6 from verse 9 to 13. The same thing Jesus was teaching them there. We've been talking about prayers this month. Last Wednesday, I talked of effective prayers. What I'm doing today is a continuation of that message. So we began to teach on effective prayer, a winning approach. Effective prayer is prayer that secures the answer, that gets answered, that produces results. Effective prayer is prayer that produces results. And we said that prayer is warfare. In all its forms, prayer is warfare. And you must have an objective in prayer. The military don't go into any form of battle without a defined objective. They don't do it. If they are storming an airport, they will tell you the objective is to do this. It's either to destroy all the planes there and destroy the runway or everything there, and that's what they're focused on. That's the objective. Before they go, there is an objective. The objective is the goal, what they want to achieve in that mission. Don't start any prayer without an objective. A clear objective. You'll be wasting your time. The objective is what you have in mind. You can pray to worship God. That's your objective. You can pray for intervention in a certain case. You can pray because there's a burden God put in your heart and something needs an intervention somewhere. You don't know what it is. So you can pray, and that's where praying in the spirit comes handy. Are you here? But there has to be an objective. What are you praying for? You should be able to answer it. What are you praying for? You should be able to answer it. Don't waste your time. The Bible said we shouldn't pray like the unbelievers. Jesus was teaching in Matthew 6. Vain repetitions, meaningless repetitions. Being focused and effective in prayer starts with a defined objective. I want to fast for 7 days. What for? I want to fast for 3 days. What for? Are you fasting to draw closer to God? What are you fasting for? You must define it so that you're focused and you get in. Per Hagin. How many of us know about Per Hagin? Kenneth Hagin. I mean, that was, there is hardly any man of God doing a meaningful thing on earth that wasn't taught by Hagin. Most, in short, let me put it that way. But he was just somewhere in that village in Broken Arrows near Tulsa. Per Hagin was asked, how long was the longest you have ever fasted? He said 3 days. But that he always gets results. Why? He fasts with a purpose. He said the longest he has fasted in his ages is 3 days. Hannah knew what she was praying. This is what a man child, I want a baby boy. And if you give me that baby boy, I will, she know that verb. But she had a clear-cut objective before she started, and then she went in with that objective, prayed, and secured the answer. So it's generals that plan the wars. The strategy is devised by generals. And they don't go to the battlefront. They're not frontliners. Like that. They there is generals that sit somewhere in an office, not in the battlefront, and design the plan and watch it, monitor things, and adjust the plans from there. And tactics is the maneuvers when you are in the actual war front, the maneuvers you need to make to be successful. All these things come into play in prayers. If the children of God, if we that are here become more strategic, more focused, more goal-oriented in prayers, there is so much we can change. There is so much we can change. Prayers is not rocket science. Anybody can pray. Anybody can pray. If you can talk, you can pray. If you can think, you can pray. It's not every time that your mouth is moving. You can pray 24/7 and your mouth is not moving. But your spirit is in prayers. There are times I've woken up from a deep sleep and found out that I was praying in tongues. Benny Hinn was to fly somewhere for ministration with his wife, and they were to use an aircraft, a small aircraft. The wife told him that this aircraft is going to crash. Well, they entered anyhow, and it crashed. And she was unconscious, bleeding. And throughout the time she was unconscious, she was speaking in tongues. A spirit that is charged in the spirit. A spirit that has become his habit to pray. Throughout the period she was unconscious, she was praying in tongues. Of course, she survived it. Prayer is your lifeline. Stop running about deceiving yourself and deceiving everybody with activities. Pray. St. Augustine says, pray as if there were no works, and work as if prayers were not answered. You see the balance? He said, pray as if there were no works, and work as if prayers were not answered.